It seems living conditions in a regular jail cell are too much for Attorney Gigi Reyes to bear. But just how bad is it to be detained at the women's dormitory of the Taguig City Jail? Miguel Ortilla tells us the isolation room where the plunder suspect was about to be detained is fairly decent compared to most detention facilities.
Life behind bars still seems to be too much to bear for Senator Juan Ponce Enriles' former chief of staff, Attorney Gigi Reyes. She was rushed to the Taguig Pateros Hospital past 1 a.m. on Thursday after having a panic attack right before entering her new cell at the Taguig City Jail.
Noong binabasahan na po siya ng BJMP policy, bigla po siyang nanginig at nanigas.
Aside from the shaking and sobbing, which was reportedly also her reaction when the Sandigan Bayan was about to detain her at the Quezon City Women's Jail, Taguig Jail physicians observed that Reyes had difficulty breathing. She was rushed to hospital even before laying eyes on her cell. But what would the plunder suspect's day be like if she is ordered back at the facility? Well, even now, authorities say she cannot be given the same special treatment given the senators detained at the PNP Custodial Center in Camp Crame. There is just no space for her, no individual cell to place her in. In the Taguig City Jail, she will first have to stay in an isolation room for a week, sharing the cell with 2 pregnant detainees. It is a 1.5 by 6 meter cell with 3 bunk beds, a ceiling fan, and a lavatory. The cell has no shower. In the morning, it's mandatory that she interact with other female detainees.
Pagising nila sa umaga, merong prayers, and then meeting. Tinatanong po yung bawat isa kung may problema, anong aayusin sa jail facility, anong update sa labas, anong nangyayari sa labas.
She has to be back in her cell by 5 in the afternoon, and it's lights out by 8 o'clock. The Taguig City Jail female dormitory has a congestion rate of 65%. It has 138 inmates when its capacity is 78. But that is roomy compared to other jails in the country. But still, Reyes' camp is not satisfied. Her lawyers are still appealing to the anti-graft court to have Reyes detained at the PNP Custodial Center. They say the fact that the Taguig Jail's female dormitory houses detained members of the New People's Army is a threat to their client's life. But just behind the special compound of the PNP Custodial Center, alleged NPA leaders Benito Tiamzon and Wilma Austria are also detained. Miguel Ortilla, Solar News.